The Truth of Girls.
Hi guys. I'm talking quietly because I just got up. My son is he's still sleeping. I get up before him and I try to get as much done as possible. Because once he's up, he's gonna need my attention. For some reason, whenever I wake up, like for the first 5 minutes I'm fine, and then after that I'm like super anxious. I don't know why. But I don't know what it's from. I'm just like that. I always have been. I try to just be like, ignore it, you know? But my goal when I wake up in the morning is just to get through that. And just basically just follow a routine. And I just follow that exactly and just get through it. And then, you know, after about an hour, then I'm okay. Maybe because, I don't know. I really don't know why, but I always wake up like that. Like, see, I'm laughing about it though. I don't take it seriously, but it's hard. No, you wouldn't know by the way I'm laughing that what it's like for me, but it's really like, I feel like my heart is pounding and I'm all shaky, and it's really intense, but what can you do? It's always been like that. Maybe if I woke up like on vacation in Cancun, I wouldn't feel that way. I'm kind of actually really amazed about how I'm talking to this camera, because if there was a real person here, I would not want to talk to them. I'd be like, go away. But that's the funny thing, the camera really brings that out in me. I'm like, la, ta-da, hello. I guess I like talking to you guys. You're fun and you're interesting and you listen to what I have to say. You comment. You're supportive. Like, you guys are like the best friends a gal can have. Here's another thing. When I wake up in the morning, I feel like I'm almost a completely different person. Like, seriously. It's like I have no filter. I mean, like, the rest of the day, I try to be a nice lady. I try to have good manners. My glasses are really dirty. Yeah, the rest of the day, I'm always trying to be really polite and everything. But when I first wake up, Lord help the person who calls me first thing in the morning, because I have no idea what they're gonna hear. I mean, it could be anything. I've had people like from my son's school call me in the morning, and either I will like broadcast raw thoughts, or I can't even talk properly and I'll be like, It's embarrassing, let's put it that way. I'm definitely not a morning person. I make my coffee in one of these. It's called a Bodum, which I really like because it's really quick. It's quick. There's no filters, no extra stuff you have to buy, no stuff for the environment to have to deal with. It makes a good coffee. This is my fishy cup. I've had this forever. For some reason I really like to have my coffee in this. But I'll have to take this one, which is cool too. You know what? This cup, okay, I got this when I was 12 years old in Germany, because I always wanted to have like shoelaces or something with my name on it, and they never had it. Where we shopped in the US, they didn't have anything like that. In Canada, nobody had anything with their name on it, but in the US they had these shoelaces and keychains, and Sonia was never there. But in Germany, my name's really not that rare, and yeah, I got a cup. And I got this Truvia. It's like a stevia sweetener. I'm not sure if it's like pure stevia or whatever, but I figure it's gotta be better than like those things like sucralose and whatever else. Aspartame. I'm really trying to cut down on the carbs and the calories because I gained so much weight, like 20 pounds. And for some reason I didn't realize, I was like, oh, I gained a couple pounds, whatever. You know, usually I would gain a couple pounds and lose it, so I wasn't that worried. And then after a while, I was like, I think I'm getting fat. And by the time I realized how fat I was, I'd gained 20 pounds. It happened in the doctor's office. He weighed me and he got me on scale, and I think by that time I'd already lost a couple of pounds. He got me on the scale, and when I saw the number, I was like, no, that's not possible. And he's like, are you saying my scale is wrong? Like, cuckoo lady here. And I was like, no, well, the scale can't be wrong, but I can't really weigh that much. And he's like, you weigh that much. I was like, no. So I start taking off my jeans, you know, I have tights underneath. I was like, okay, well, what if I take my jeans? Maybe it's the clothes, you know? Anyway, it turned out even if I like got down in like just the minimum, I gained like a lot of weight. So I was really upset, you know? thought, man, what happened? Been sitting on the computer for like 2 years. You know what? It's weird. It's good that I'm doing this video in the morning because, like I said, raw, uncensored thoughts, so whatever. Yeah, I was upset, but I was saying to the doctor, I was like, but I don't feel like I look fat. Like, I feel like I look fine. You know, because even though I got heavier, but unlike when I was a teenager, when I'd be looking in the mirror and be like, oh, there's a bulge, she's making fat. This time I just felt like I look okay, even though I'm kind of chunky and I've got rolls and tires and dimples, but who cares, you know? Not like who cares, like who cares? I don't care, I look like crap. I didn't think I looked like crap. I guess my perspective on what looks good and what's acceptable has changed a lot. And I thought, I look okay, you know? So it was kind of surprised that I was that heavy. So then I was like, okay, I've got to lose this weight. I tried to diet. Last year, I lost 5 pounds, or actually more. Maybe 10 in total, but it came right back. Like, half of it came back. So I still got like the 15 pounds to go down. Okay, it's weird now because I'm lifting weights a lot. I haven't seen the scale go down, but I seem to be toning up. Okay, so back to my morning routine. Okay, I gotta get moving before my little one wakes up. Oh, sorry, my place it's a mess, even though I clean so much. You wouldn't believe how much time I spend cleaning, and yet it's never clean enough, not to my satisfaction. I don't think to anybody's satisfaction, unless you're like, you know, on drugs or something. So I'm gonna take a shower, and here's a funny thing, I always wear basically the same clothes. It's a good trick, because that way you know how they're gonna feel, and you don't have to take any time deciding what you're gonna wear. I've got this, oh, but they're all in different colors, like you can't tell I'm wearing the same thing. I always wear an undershirt. I always wear one of these under my clothes, and tights, so that I won't feel anything touching me or sliding around. And then I've got those shirts from Old Navy in all different colors. And the jeans from Forever 21. And they don't like move around too much, so that's good. So that's really, really easy to get dressed when you wear the same thing every day. You just pick different colors. Oh, and then a sweater on top. And ta-da! I mean, I guess there are women out there who are, you know, they actually put time and effort in the morning to putting an outfit together, but ain't nobody got time for that. Okay, I'm actually going to show you something about my shower. It's this. I got this. This is, can you see it? It's from the Body Shop. It smells like Brazil nut. You know, at Christmas, I just had this craving to smell caramel. It smells so good. It smelled so good. This is what I did. I bought like a year's supply of it. Yeah, they were having a sale on a Boxing Day, and I got a whole bunch of that scent so I can have it every day. And one chocolate, which is okay, but it's not as good as the caramel. Now look, it sounds ridiculous that I spent all this money and bought so much of that, but you know what? It's totally worth it, because the stuff is discontinued. You can't even get this scent anymore. And this was exactly the smell I wanted. Worth every penny. And it was less pennies than usual because it was on Boxing Day, you know? I said, I'm gonna take a shower, as if it's that simple. And wait for the water to heat up. I just hope that it's not all gone, the hot water. I don't know, it's morning. On a weekday, maybe everybody's been taking showers and there's no hot water left. In that case, I'll just take what they call a whore's bath. You know, like a really small bath. I'm getting funny ideas. This is something I made for my son. It's like a little, can you see that little cartoon? Sometimes I'll do that to get him to understand, like, he has a hard time understanding, like, I think a sequence of events that are coming, like the concept of what lies ahead and why we want to do it this way or that way. I mean, there's got to be a reason why it's so hard to get him through all these things. So sometimes it helps to to give him like a little visual, like maybe he pictures it more easily then. I mean, in the end, it did work. I got him to do what I needed him to do. See, there's Gunner before when he's dirty. There's Gunner in the bath. There's Gunner clean. Now, it's not like he doesn't know what taking a bath involves or what the steps are. I did this not to say, like, here's the parts of the bath you can do. I did this more just to plant it in his head. Like, to help him transition into the mindset of taking a bath. Oh well. Oh man. I'm gonna take a micro bath. I just realized I didn't wash my hair yesterday. Now I can't wash it today. I am not washing my hair in cold water. Oh, this is insane. I'm taking in the bath with me. It's cold, but it's not freezing. It's just lukewarm. Duh, that was a quick bath. Honestly, I just washed the lower half. I don't like to get wet, especially not wet and cold in the first place. Oh, I think that was very brave of me to take a bath in lukewarm water because I don't like getting wet and I don't like getting cold, and I just sort of did both. I'll go give myself a token on my son's reward chart. Mom took a bath in lukewarm water. Good job. Well, I'm showered and dressed and my son is still asleep, which is good. Now, the thing about showering and the whole morning routine is it's very important for it to be all done in a certain order. You know, you might wonder, well, why would you take the shower in the cold water? Why don't you just wait until later when it heats up? But I find that actually I pretty much have to do things in the same order. Otherwise, it's like I can't get to the next part. Like if I was to skip the shower, I don't know, probably just my day wouldn't progress, probably wouldn't progress very well. I mean, there's times where I thought, well, why do I take a shower before I go to the gym in the morning? Like if he was at school. It doesn't make any sense. Why don't I take a shower after? I tried to change the order around and it just doesn't work. It just won't work because I'll come back and it's not shower time, so I'll take a shower and it'll like screw up my afternoon because I'm taking a shower in the wrong place. Like it'll just psychologically or whatever, I don't know, it'll mix me up, or I'll just forget completely that I'm supposed to take a shower now because it's not shower time. So I think most people do that. I mean, most people will get up and get ready for work in a certain way. It's just that if for some reason one thing that was part of their routine couldn't happen that day, they probably wouldn't get sort of like really frozen and stuck like I would. Like if something didn't progress, I try to just ignore it, but it just can't move on. I get mixed up. I'd get totally mixed up. Anyway, so since I'm trying to lose weight, I'm trying to eat more protein, like I said, less carbs. So I'm gonna have eggs for breakfast. That's what I pretty much have every day. That's another thing. I pretty much eat exactly the same thing for breakfast and lunch and snacks, like every day. Because why change it? I mean, if it works and they like it, then why eat something different? You know, what's the point? So I always have like 2 scrambled eggs for breakfast these days. You know, you can actually cook eggs in a pan that's not a non-stick pan. You just put some olive oil in the bottom, like so, and you just wait for it to smoke. It creates like a natural coating, and then I just sort of drain off the extra of the olive oil. I put a little butter, and my eggs don't stick. It's amazing. Yep, I pretty much wear the same clothes every day. I eat the same thing, and I do everything in the same order. But why not? You know, because it works. You know? Otherwise, everything just comes to a standstill. It just ruined my whole day. I won't be able to just get anything done. It's not because of some philosophical thing like, well, it must be eggs for breakfast, or it must be this shirt. It's not for that reason. It's got nothing to do with that. There's no like right or wrong way to go through your day or how to get dressed or what to eat. It's just, for some reason, I just have a hard time getting through stuff unless I do it the same way. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I don't fight it. I don't really care. Just do what you do, you know. Ta-da, the eggs are done. Now watch this. Watch this amazingness. See, look at that. They don't even stick. I'm now sneaking into my son's room to have my breakfast there. You know, it's really nice to have a little corner in your house somewhere, the light, where you can make it a pretty little corner where you can have your breakfast, because it's just so much nicer than just eating it wherever. So this is my like special little breakfast corner, but don't tell him. I'm gonna have my breakfast here, and also I'm going to go on his iPad, and I'm gonna probably listen to a preacher like Chris Volaton. I really like his preaching. Yeah, usually in the morning, besides eating, then I'll listen to a preacher, or I'll pray for a while, or I'll play some worship music if I'm alone. It's a good way to start off the day, you know, get you out of your funk and get you to focus a bit on God. Don't forget to take the vitamin B pill or go crazy. If you're wondering where my son is, as you see, he's not in his bed. That's because he went off and crawled into mine last night, so I'm enjoying his room while he's sleeping it off. But if he was going to school, I would get him ready and put him on the bus first, and then I'd come in here, have my breakfast, and sneak onto his iPad while he's off to school. Alright, I had breakfast, and now I'm gonna listen to the preacher man while I do my dishes and my cleaning. And I'm out of my bad mood now, I think. Of course, there's no one else around to test it, but I don't feel anxious now. See, it just lasts for like the first hour. Dealing with dark seasons. Hearing God. Developing your spiritual intelligence. This guy's a really good preacher. Chris Volaton. A good preacher. He's cool. Nice personality too. Check it out. Well, my kitchen's clean. Everything's all cleaned up, and it went by pretty quick listening to Chris Volaton. If you're looking for a good preacher, this guy's really good. I mean, really inspiring, and I find it's really good to start the day with worship, or listening to worship music, or listening to a good preacher and prayer. Because then, you know, for the rest of your day, I mean, it's going to charge you up, and for the rest of your day, you're going to be like, I'm doing this for the glory of God. You know, you don't get caught up in your own stuff and your own head. You're just like, you know, you get motivated to do the right thing. I mean, I pray all the time, you know, for God to give me the strength and energy to take good care of my family and my home. You know, when you think about serving God, sometimes we think it's going to be like, you know, you're going to have some prophetic gift, you're going to do something that's going to change the whole world. But sometimes what you need to do to serve God is to serve your family. And, you know, I want to do other things too, and I want to learn how to pray better, you know, pray for other people, and to help people come to Christ. It's kind of, you know, hard for me. I guess I have a bit of like a self-esteem issue there, because I always felt like, oh, you know, who am I? Because I'm a weirdo. I mean, you know, I'm so imperfect, and like, you know, how could God use me? But that's what I pray. I ask for God to use me. And as for all the stuff online, I want to move away from all the negativity, because I think, you know, we keep saying that the devil has the power, the government serves the devil this, devil that, evil. And, you know, in a way, like, we're reinforcing it. You know, I think we need to pray for our nations and for each other. We need to pray for revival. And, you know, affirm that God has the victory, and affirm that we're moving in a positive direction and glorifying God and coming out of darkness. Because if you just keep reaffirming the darkness, you're actually just empowering it. So I don't really want to be part of that. And if I'm going to listen to something on the internet, I'm going to want to listen to a really good preacher who's going to edify me and motivate me to, I guess the only way to say it is to help further God's kingdom And I'll look for something that's going to help motivate me to glorify God, and to overcome all those things that I have to deal with in a day. That it's a case of, it's impossible, but with God it's possible. The mountains of housework and all the difficulties I deal with every day, that I just put that in God's hands, and I ask God for more. That I want to do more, to serve outside of my home. So, that's how I start my day. I wish you all a really great day, and God bless you all. Thanks for listening to me, and I'll see you next time.